happen today, but at least I see stability in my network now. Initially, it was pointless for me to shoot. My network was so bad. I'm sorry for those that came earlier and then I disappeared. How are you? Welcome back to DOREEN'S African Experiences. Yes. Man, life. This thing called life, eh? This thing called life. So basically, we were supposed to go through this whole story time thing. Yeah, let's go through it anyway. I still don't have a lot of batteries. We are still going to work with a few minutes that I can give you, but I wanted to tell you a story today, and if I hadn't told it now, I wouldn't have told it. Tomorrow I'm going to be so busy, and then after that, I don't know. So, first of all, the weekend is upon us. The weekend is one of those few breaks you have in life. It's like a short break that's so short-lived, and every time it comes around, you don't want it to go away, but it kind of has to go away. So there are certain things I learned the hard way in life. Now, this is a story. I'm not here to motivate any of you. I'm just here to give you a few stories. If you want to be motivated, go ahead. But once you're motivated, also please motivate me. Like I said, I need motivation. I myself, I need motivation. Hey, I'm motivating you. Now, so first and foremost, you people. So there was this part of my life sometime back, right? I can't believe I'm telling you this 3 times, man. But okay, let me tell it like it's the first time I'm telling it. Now, this title is called Story Time. I might as well give you a story. Yeah? So one time, I used to have a habit. I mean, I still do have it. Look for money and stash it, and then refuse to work for maybe a year or 6 months, or usually it's a year. And then take a year to myself and just sleep, live life, rest, relax. Who is calling me? Video YouTube, something is wrong with YouTube today. And this is not really, it's actually not on my end. This is not my end. Kati, the phone has frozen completely. I don't know what's wrong with the internet. I don't know if it's my internet. I don't know if it's my phone, but this thing has been freezing on me since I started going live. Since I started going live today, it's been a hustle. It's just been hectic. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I was still telling you. So what happens is when I stash that money, I take to live life. It's the way you people go on vacation. So that's like my idea of vacation. But instead, this time when I go, I don't really have like a backup. Like when you come back out of whatever you're calling your vacation, you have to look for a job afresh. So when I came out of that particular vacation, I looked for a job. I'm a highly qualified person, by the way. So I find this job and I'm looking at it and I'm like, come on, I'm overly qualified for this. You know, I'm way too qualified for this. But remember, I come from a country where connections, how do I say this? I said this in the first clip for those who watched this country. You can be completely illiterate and you get a job of a literate person. I give you a very simple example. I even have a strong belief that someone can point you into a field you've never studied, you know, completely. Anyway, but that's not the point. So the point is, I got to get this job. I have no connections, and I'm thinking, will I get this job, man? Will I get this job? So every time for that place, when you hand in your application, you'd sign. And then I looked at the number of people who had applied. Will I get? These are like 19 people, and you'd put your credentials on the side. What are you? Like, I'm a bachelor's degree holder, you sign. I'm a diploma holder, you sign. I have a master's degree, you sign. So I looked at the people who had signed on the side, and they were like, man, they were overly qualified. Yet I was here thinking I'm overly qualified alone. Have you ever been to a place whereby you knew the competition is stiff, and the only thing that will get you out of all through is God? Because you don't even have connections to start with for that particular thing. So you only have now the connection with God and hopefully your ancestors, if they've not left the chart already. Anyway, I signed there and I'm like, okay, let's sit for this. I mean, the interview wasn't there and then, so they scheduled for an interview. The day of the interview, I discovered that one of my original documents was far. You know, let me give you an example. It's like coming from Kampala, Bakale to Mukono, deep in Mukono. I'm like, Wanang, I have to go and pick this document because these days people only interview when you have original documents. Whew, you people, it rained from probably 5 in the morning that day. It started raining heavily. Kampala was flooding, everywhere was flooding. I jumped first, I was broke. I jumped into a taxi. And patiently, the taxi drove. Arrived to my destination. I was wet. I jump out. I go to pick my document, the one document that was missing. And the time was running out. The interview was like set. Let's imagine it was set at 2. People. I pick my documents. I have to jump back in a taxi because you remember you're broke. In this country, when you're broke, you have to move by taxi. Anyway, so I basically jump into a taxi and I'm now rolling back. Now, at this point, I'm rolling back to go for the interview. Taxi was empty. And the taxi guy is like, Tulinde Kabantu, like, you want the taxi to first fill up so you take me. I told him, but please take us. We shall find people in the road. I remember myself begging that. I'm like, please take us. And the guy is like, you're the only person. I'm not going to drive just one person to Kampala. Munange, lucky me. The guy started driving. And then on the way, he starts, such a beautiful woman. I think he was now trying to hit on me at that point. And in my head, everything in my head was screaming. I was like, I need to go for this interview. But remember, even initially before this, I was not going. I told myself, why am I even suffering? You know that part in life where you feel like another opportunity will come? Please, any opportunity you get, take it. Don't be thinking another one will come, because you don't know when that other opportunity will come. Opportunities are always coming, and that's true, but you don't know what's coming. That's the trick. That's the problem. And also, you don't know if you stay alive long enough for them to find you, or you'll be sane long enough for them to find you. So don't waste opportunities. Any type of opportunities, don't waste them. So anyway, after that, I start advising myself, but Chichi girl, don't you know your naku? Get up. Get up, dress up and go, you go. So anyway, now fast forward, we're back in the taxi. It's raining, man. You know that type of rain whereby even the taxi is the guy is driving, but water is entering from beneath. The guy is still driving, and I'm like, okay, so I open up to this guy and I tell him the truth. When he had just started setting up, I told him, I have an interview at 2. I'm going for this job. I don't even have connections for it. It seems so unrealistic that I'm even going, because what are the chances I'll get? Look at the weather. How am I going to go and present myself before people, let's say a board of people, when I'm this wet? I hadn't plaited my hair that day. My hair was still in its natural form, and I'm thinking, look at the way I'm looking, man. So I tied up. You've seen me in most of my videos where I have my natural hair out and I'm tying a ribbon up like this, and I'm there like, yo, okay, you know what? Let me go. Come what may. So I go for this interview. I reached 5 minutes late. When I reached 5 minutes late, remember that list that 19 people had brought in their documentation, and they were all shortlisted to come for the interview. Only one person was there. It rained. These people even postponed the interview to 3 o'clock, and still people didn't show up. You people, that day it rained to the extent that they wanted to even postpone it to another day. But the person, one of the top people who was the interview, was traveling, so there was no way they could have rescheduled. My God, my only competition. You know, I was worried about 18 other people, and now somehow God has minimized my worries to one person. Omuntu ogwo. Imagine your worry was 18 other people who are overly qualified, and somehow God sent such a heavy rain for you to be hit and get wet and suffer so hard. Because I reached that place, my shoes were wet. Like, have you ever put on wet shoes? They go making noise and your feet don't even fit anymore. That's how I looked. And I was putting on a dress and I was all wet. My nipples were literally carved out. I was... My hair is wet. I've not even done my hair. I'm just, I look like a whole problem. And I'm like, okay, you know what? If it's meant to be, it will be. Because, man, the way I suffered that day, I don't even think I know how to put the way I suffered in words. I don't think I do. So I sit there. I see the person who is going for an interview. This person seemed to know people there. Yeah. I'm looking at everyone, and it's the first time I'm seeing everyone. You know, the person is there saying hi to the, oh my God, hi, how are you? Oh, you've come for the interview. Oh my God. And everyone is just bypassing me, like looking at me like this. I was like, okay. I started to panic. Actually, now I started to tremble, because now on top of being so cold, now my heart was pacing, because now I'm thinking, oh no, ina connections. Oh, why did I come? You people. But I said, okay. I said to myself, you are the most brave person. I apologize for that. My battery is insanely low. So anyway, let me wrap up this story and go, because man, I have things to be, I have things to do. Running out of time. Where were we? The weekend is actually upon us, for real, man. Anyway, so I boss up, I go for this interview, and God gracious, I ate these questions up. I ate them up. I impressed. I represented. You know, and at that point in my heart, I knew I'm hired. I just knew. So that's what's crazy. And then it took a couple of weeks. They called me, they hired me, they contracted me, and then I quit a year later. But the truth is, yeah, in life, there are so many obstacles we meet, but not all of them are going to end badly. You know, not every bad thing that's happening in your life is just going to carve out and end badly. Sometimes look at the positive side of life. Look out for the silver lining on things. You know, it can be so rough, it can be so tough, but have faith. You have to learn to have faith and believe there is better. There has to be more than this. You have to know built and designed for greatness, for better than this. You know, the tests of life don't end, they're unending, they keep coming. Life will hit you left, right, center, but hold up your chin and boss up. You have to learn to boss up. You know, you could be trembling and scared and worried and thinking, what the hell am I doing? You don't even know what you're doing. But then again, don't show the world you don't know what you're doing. Boss up, boss up. Man, that situation taught me a lot of things. It taught me we all have a certain power within us that we have to tap in. Look for it and tap in. Guys, I finally told you that short story. Let me go. My battery is so low, my phone is a mess, internet is a mess, everything is a mess. But then again, I told you an interesting story about me. This is a real life story. So I have you know, imagine if I hadn't walked, if I had said no, let me not go. I mean, who could have known what that particular year would have been for me? You know, all I'm saying is opportunities always come, but don't lose any. Take up all of them. Don't be thinking nothing is enough. No, if opportunities are coming your way, take them up. Just take them up and fail, but don't just refuse to take them up and try. You never know. That little small thing could be the thing that takes you places, the thing that makes your life better, the thing that takes you miles ahead. Look at you. Thank you for watching DOREEN'S African Experiences, and I'm out. Peace. I love you all guys so much. I'll try and see you later. I have things to do, like for real, like I have things to do. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is no life. But no, it's a life I have. But I still say it's no life. I got to go. I told you I'm not a motivational speaker. Moja, I need you all to motivate me banange. Nange mbera unganetagayo ka motivation. All right. Bye. I love you guys, and thanks for watching DOREEN'S African Experiences. Thanks for the support, the unending support. I think I'll be uploading another video tomorrow. Today, I just wanted to give my videos time to track. It's not good, especially for a growing channel, to be posting all the time, especially certain videos. You have to give your channel time to track. Be consistent, but give it time to track. That's what I've been doing this week. See y'all. Bye. I got to go.